Last story to talk about here in the NFL. Well, the Madden 22 cover athlete is coming, folks. It's going to be revealed on the 17th. Is that Thursday? That is Thursday. So this Thursday, the new cover athlete of Madden 22 will be revealed. I think I'm going to run a little contest on my Twitter page, so stick around for that. But who's going to be on it? We get a little clue here. We get a little kind of, how long's this video? 30-second clue? 30-second clue. So let's see what we get here. It's in a barn, and then we get two animal goats emerging from the barn. So a little hint there. And then the other hint we get is that Peyton Hillis, yes, Peyton Hillis, unfortunately probably the most undeserving cover athlete in NFL history, is on the phone saying, yeah, they did it again. So we have two goats. We got Peyton Hillis, a running back, and saying they did it again. So those are all the clues that we have. We're going to make our official guess here, but let's talk this through a little bit. So let's first start with Peyton Hillis. Do I have his stats up? I do, somewhere. Here we go. All right, Peyton Hillis first here. He's a running back. Remember, he had one leap for the Browns, and that really kind of jump-started his career. That was like the only thing he ever did, and that's why he got on the cover of Madden 11 because of his 2010 season, because of a hurdle. He hurdled somebody, and that was enough to get on the cover of Madden, folks. So, if you don't know who Peyton Hillis is, I'm not blaming y'all. He's nothing. He's nothing. He had one good year, 2010, 1,100 yards rushing. He had 400 more yards receiving, so 1,654 yards in total with 13 touchdowns, which is still solid work. Don't get us wrong. I mean, 1,100 yards rushing, 400 yards passing or receiving. I'll take that all day. Don't get us wrong. But, for a cover athlete, and when we look at kind of what was going on in 2010 here, he wasn't even like top 5 rushers, folks. He wasn't even like top 5. So let me get to the 2010 rushing stats up here and see where Peyton Hillis fell. All right, so going back to 2010, we had Michael Turner, the leading. Oh, no, that's team. Hang on. Where are the players at? Oh, no, I was right. Yeah, I'm bugging. All right. All right, yeah. All right, we had Michael Turner. Michael Turner was the league rusher here with 1,300 yards. 1,300 rushing yards for Michael Turner. Then number 2 was Steven Jackson with 1,200 yards. Oh, they're not even going in order, so I'm bugging. Well, they had Arian Foster. He had 1,600 yards. Michael Turner had 1,300. We had Steven Jackson with 1,200. We had Rashard Mendenhall at 1,200 yards. We had Chris Johnson at 1,300 yards. We had Ray Rice at 1,200 yards. We had Maurice Jones-Drew at 1,300 yards. We had Adrian Peterson at 1,300 yards. We had Ahmad Bradshaw at 1,200 yards. And they chose Peyton Hillis as the cover athlete the following year out of all those great running backs because this man hurdled somebody. Let me see if I can bring that up because it's a famous image out here. Let me get this. I'm just gonna type Peyton Hillis hurdle into Google. Here it is, folks. This is the picture. This is why he was on the cover, folks. Right here. That's it. One hurdle made him a superstar. 2 hurdles, maybe. But he was hurdling everybody, and that's what made him a superstar, and that's what landed him on the Madden cover athlete of 2011. So that's kind of, you don't have to be the greatest to get on there. So that's our first clue. Running back is on the cover of 2011, and we had Peyton Hillis in that kind of, little tease of who's going to be on this year. So we've got running back and 2 GOATs. Obviously, GOATs associated with greatest of all times. It's the acronym for that. And when have they ever had 2 athletes on the same cover? It only happened once, and it was Madden 10, where they had Troy Polamalu of the Steelers and Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals. So still 2 current players. Even though these are GOATs, they're not, we haven't seen, kind of old school players. We did have Barry Sanders on the Lions for Madden 25. Once again, a little weird with the numbering there, 25, and it was really in 2013. So, and that was on the Xbox 360 and PS3. And then for the next gen, they had Adrian Peterson. So once again, Barry Sanders, yes, he's in the Hall of Fame, a past player in the league. So we're going to have two athletes on the cover, potential GOATs, and their running backs. So I've kind of been, looking at the comments, and a lot of people are saying Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. And yeah, that kind of makes sense for the GOATs, but we have Peyton Hillis, running back. So I'm going to say it's going to be two running backs on the cover, potentially one great one right now and one GOAT, one kind of Hall of Fame, the greatest rusher of all time. And Eric Dickerson, who has the leading single season rushing record at 2,100 yards. So my official guess here for who's going to be on the cover of Madden 22 is going to be Derrick Henry and either Delvin Cook or Eric Dickerson. So Derrick Henry, they're going to be both running backs in my opinion. Derrick Henry is great right now. Fantastic. He's my favorite running back of all time, even though he's only been like 4 years in this league, getting better. Almost broke the record last year, about 100 yards short. Potential GOAT status right there. And then either Delvin Cook, because, he was real solid as well, number 2 rusher last season. Or they go with an actual GOAT here and do Eric Dickerson along with kind of Derrick Henry, maybe passing the torch kind of scenario with the two great running backs there. So I definitely think these are going to be running backs, which is going to be fantastic. We really don't see that too often on Madden. It's always kind of, the high profile quarterbacks. I mean, we had Richard Sherman in 2014. That's fantastic. We had OBJ in 2015, Rob Gronkowski 2016, Tom Brady 2017, Antonio Brown 2018, Patrick Mahomes 2019, and then Lamar Jackson just this year in 2020. So I would love to see a running back on the cover. We have Peyton Hillis talking on the phone. That's our first clue. Two GOATs. Now, if they're going to go old school and just put no current player on there, I would think it'd be a little lame and a little weird to do that. So I'm going to go with at least one current player and Derrick Henry, and then that other GOAT they're mentioning here is either going to be Delvin Cook, maybe it's Saquon Barkley, probably not because of the injury last year, and maybe they go Eric Dickerson because he is kind of the official GOAT, or maybe they go, Emmitt Smith. Maybe they go to Emmitt Smith out there. Or not Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders out there. But they already did Barry Sanders, so they're not going to do him again. Maybe they do Adrian Peterson. They could do Adrian Peterson and Derrick Henry, but I definitely think it's going to be two running backs, and I definitely hope one is Derrick Henry. So my official guess is going to be Derrick Henry and Delvin Cook. My official guess. So we'll know more. Well, we'll actually know on Thursday, and we'll see what's up there.